Well, Mary Fowler has scored over a dozen goals in the green and gold, a ticket to Paris, and of course, hundreds of thousands of fans along the way. And I was lucky enough to sit down with the delightful Matildas forward for an exclusive chat.
Beautifully done, the shot. Oh, fantastic goal. Clinical.
I was talking to my 5-year-old nephew earlier saying that I was having a chat with Mary Fowler, and he just got so excited because you've inspired this younger generation. How does that make you feel?
It's always quite crazy to me when I see kids that are aspiring to be like me or doing their hair like me. Like, I think it's really beautiful.
Now you're fresh off 2 big wins against Uzbekistan, first 3-0 and then 10-0 at home. You don't mind a thumping, do you?
Those games are sometimes difficult because, either you're fighting to get one goal or, you're scoring heaps and, you almost feel a bit bad, but it's, more disrespectful to put your foot off the gas. But I do think after that first game, with it being 3-0, like, I think we looked back at that game and were a bit disappointed. And so I think to go out in the next game and have a bit more of a high scoring, it was a good result from us building on from the last one.
In the Matildas, you obviously have some more senior teammates. Do you look to them for sort of leadership and inspiration?
I think even just seeing how they carry themselves on the field and off the field, dealing with the tension and stuff like that, like, I think you just learn by watching.
You mentioned off-field incidents, right? And we all know what's happened with Sam Kerr recently. Have you managed to speak with her, to check in with her, to see how she's doing?
I actually don't know heaps about that, so I'm not really in a position to speak about it. And I also think it's a private matter for her.
Sam obviously has that ACL injury as well. Does it concern you that she's unlikely to be out there playing with you in Paris for the Olympics?
Yeah, I think it's a tough one to take, especially after a World Cup result. Everyone's so motivated and so keen to want to do better in the next tournament. And obviously with Sam being injured, like, it's a big blow. But, I think her presence will very much still be there for us. She's that kind of person where even if she can't be on the field, like, she is very supporting and still very much a leader off the field as well. It does give room for other people to step up, which I think people will.
And of course, you're gunning for gold, right?
I mean, that's always the aim, isn't it?
You've already achieved so much, but as a 21-year-old, you still also have your whole career ahead of you. So what goals do you set yourself?
It sounds silly saying it at this age, but, my only dream right now is to have a family one day and have kids, and that's kind of what keeps me going and grounds me, because I'm always thinking about what story I'd like to tell them one day when I finish my career.
Well, Carl has a big man crush on Nathan Cleary, your boyfriend, of course. How are you two doing?
Yes, everything is all good.
We're on the hunt for the ultimate reserve team with a huge $50,000 sponsorship up for grabs.
That's a lot.
And now you've teamed up with Uber to award a reserve team in regional Australia $50,000 to help that club. You yourself grew up playing in Cairns. What kind of a difference do you think this will make?
It's difficult to keep the motivation going for kids in those areas when there aren't, many people participating in sport, and which is why I do think, trying to encourage, people to get out there and play community sport is so important. Like, I think that just, that's where the next generation of stars come from, being able to play community sport, playing with my sister, and my friends. Like, that's where a lot of my enjoyment came from, and where my love did kind of begin for the sport. So yeah, that's kind of why I've done the Uber campaign, is because I want to help encourage people to get out there and keep playing community sport, and kind of give them that same opportunity to fall in love with their sport.
Gee, she's a delight, isn't she? And who knows, Carlos, the next Mary Fowler could be out there somewhere. Now, you, of course, out there can enter the Uber Reserve Heroes via the link on your screen for your opportunity to win a $50,000 prize for your team. Good sponsorship.
Thanks for telling Mary, too, about my crush.
I couldn't help it. You talk about Nathan all the time.
No, I do, a lot.
So,
and even though he crushed me in the grand final, that 17 minutes just crushed me.
I know.
I do quite fancy him, you're right.
Yeah.
So, Nathan, I'm coming at you.
Look out, Mary. Hey there, Today fans. Sarah and...
What's my name again?
Oh, my goodness. Carl.
Hey, thanks for watching our YouTube channel, though. Subscribe now for more news, special reports, and amazing Aussie stories.
And Carl misbehaving,
Whoa,
of course.
That never happens.
Always happens.
What's she talking about?